Hey everybody, it is Sadie and Meg here, and we are so excited to present to you the first So Daily News of 2024. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
I
I'm
know.
excited.
I know, I'm excited too. I've been back to work for a little bit after my maternity leave, and I'm kind of now back into the sewing groove. I didn't do a lot of sewing. There was
Yeah.
lots of
You
other stuff.
can't. You
No.
no. Cut
No.
yourself some slack, new mama.
But it feels so good to be back really in the sewing space and getting back um, to work and everything. So we want to keep doing these because it was so fun and I learned so many things, even just talking to you, learning about new pattern companies, and it's just great to talk about what we want to make because it just feels more official, like I'm actually going to do it.
Totally. Yeah, have someone hold you a little bit accountable for, those creative ideas. Share them,
Mhm.
put them out in the world to get them done.
Yeah. So let's talk
Yeah,
about some new things that are kind of exciting on So Daily as
so
well.
exciting.
Yeah. So we have a new Makers Club on So Daily, and it's a really great membership model. And what I love most about it is you can like always expect things new every single week, and you get a sewing pattern and an embroidery design, which is great if you have an embroidery machine or you're thinking about getting one. And it kind of utilizes every function on your machine and can you can make so many things.
Yeah, and it's also inspiring. I mean, even if you don't
Yeah.
have that embroidery machine yet, there it can really, I think, like inspire ideas to um, alter or change or kind of embellish and customize those garments that you're making anyway. So
Mhm.
it's just like so many great ideas.
Mhm. Yeah, constant flow of good ideas and projects so you can keep making with us. We're loving kind of curating and creating content for this new model and it's really been fun to work on and I think it's super great. So here's just like a quick rundown of sort of what's included. There's a ton more information and how to sign up on our website. But what's super cool as well is there is a base collection as well. So this is just sort of like a snapshot of like the membership, I guess, hub, what we can call it, you can call it whatever, but you can find everything that you want to download and make within here. So there's 75 patterns in the exclusive base collection. And I mean, here's just like what, three of them, but there's 75 and there's, kids projects, there's pet projects, there's like even some
Men's
quilted
project
projects.
gifts, yep,
Yeah.
accessories, yeah.
hmm so you can find everything there. And along with that base collection included in the membership, this is where it gets fun. Because what I love about a membership and ones that I've been a part of, it's sort of like you open your inbox and you're excited to see what's new to you. And this one is like every week you get
Yeah.
something new and you can find everything in the recently added section and this shows you what's been added and what you can download and how much time you have left. So you have 30 days to download each new product that is delivered to you in the membership. So, but don't worry, like I love how we've included, days left. So it has that visual reminder.
And what's great too is like if you sign up for our newsletter, that's where Meg and I are going to be sharing our inspiration, our ideas around those patterns that are going to be available to members and for non members in the shop. But we're going to be really highlighting and sharing ideas around those patterns. So I think that's where we can share that excitement for what's happening and what people will be seeing in those rotating patterns in their membership.
Yeah, good thing you brought that up, Sadie, because just sign up for our newsletter. Like, we put a lot of time into not only creating the content and the articles for the newsletter, but actually the newsletters themselves. And if you want to be a member, that's so great. But if you just even want to join the newsletter, you can still benefit from sort of this curated theme and content and patterns. If you do want to buy them a la carte, but if you're finding you're sort of keep buying them, then you will save money. Just become a member.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
And we kind of wanted to do this video because we just kind of wanted to bring some life into this and talk about it in like a fun way because there's so much, just reading promotional text on a screen sort of isn't fun. So we wanted to do this. Just
Exactly.
we'll talk a little bit about this, then we'll get into what we've been sewing and what we want to sew. Um, and lastly, sort of what we want to highlight too is you might have noticed on sodaily.com in the article section, there are different levels of articles. So there you can unlock them. And the premium articles, as a member, you get access to every article, whatever they are. But you do, if you do sign up for the newsletter, you get access to the metered articles. So you can read a couple if you want to, but if you're a member, you can read as much as you want. Okay. Well, now let's talk about what we have actually been sewing. Because as much as our work is behind the computer screen, we love to get behind that sewing
The
machine as
machine.
well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Um, So, Sadie, you can kick us off with, oh my gosh, I love this. One of your first
Yeah,
favorite
it's
summer
actually, yeah,
makes.
it's right behind me. So this is one of my favorite summer makes. It was on my list for a while. This is not a super new pattern, but it's the Tate Romper. And I am so obsessed with vintage thrifted textiles that I found there's this amazing store here in Denver. It's called Recreative, and there are a lot of them all over the country, but they're like arts and craft thrift stores. I'm
Oh,
obsessed with
I
them.
love
I
that.
seek them out whenever I'm traveling. But anyway, we have one here in Denver that's amazing. And they had an entire roll of this like vintage drapery fabric. And so it's this floral, I don't know, it's just like so super cool. And that is exactly what Small Museum, the woman that runs Small Museum, that's kind of like her vibe and jam is kind of like vintage textiles. She uses used sheets and stuff like that to create. I If you follow them on Instagram, a lot of like vintage fabrics. And so when I found this fabric, I knew exactly what I was making. And so I made my Tate romper. It's got pockets, it's super loose. It's been perfect. I've worn it a ton this summer. And what I'm excited about is the colorway, the fabric that I found has, it's, it's totally nodding towards fall and autumn with like the warm oranges and stuff. So what I'm excited about is I think it's going to be a really cute layering piece in the coming months because I can totally layer it over, you know, a little t-shirt or even like as it gets colder, a turtleneck or something. And I think it's going to be really cute. So it was my favorite summer make, but I think I'm going to be wearing it well into the fall.
Oh yeah, since the floral that you use has those like really like autumn
It's
colors.
very autumn. Yeah. Yeah. Which it wasn't like wasn't my intention at the time, but now I've like kind of starting to get fall on the brain. And I'm like, you know what? This is going to be a good one to transition.
Oh, I know. Well, when I go into the stores now, I see some Halloween stuff. It takes me back a bit, but because I'm
It's
still
always
like it's
shocking.
I know.
Oh
I'm
no, it's
still
like
in
90
summer
some
mode.
degrees. I mean, we have plenty of summer left for
Oh yes.
sure. But
hmm
yeah.
and then oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
love
So
this.
I'm wearing it. I wore it for you
Oh,
today,
you
Mates, because
are. Oh, I love it.
yes. So this is another, you can see it's totally sheer. But this is also not a new pattern. This is the Millie pattern by Mocha. I've made this
hmm
before. I made a bright green one. But this is another drapery fabric. It's completely sheer, and I layer it over like a tank top and jeans. That's how I'm wearing it today. I love skirts and dresses over jeans. And I tried out this new technique, the little close up there, which is it has to be like a polyester synthetic fabric, which this drapery fabric is. But my friend taught me how to make these flowers that you melt the edges of the polyester, and then I use some really beautiful um, glass beads to make like big black poppies that are on the dress. And so it's like my new favorite dress. I wear it all the time. But it's what's great about it with the sheer fabric is that in the summer it feels like it's like this accessory. I almost treat it like an accessory. It's like a layer that I don't feel because the wind and the breeze can blow right through it. And so I can layer it over something and it still feels very summery. And I wear black all year round. It doesn't really matter the season. So it's nice to have something that's cool and airy, but still my favorite color, black. So yeah, so those are my two faves of this summer that are getting a lot of wear, a lot of use.
Uh-huh. I love that like styled over jean. It's just like unexpected casual because you could also be having this dress really elegant, going
Oh
out.
yeah, could go
But
either way.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
oh absolutely. Yeah, because
Mhm.
I have like um, I made like a long knit jersey knit like slip to go underneath it, and it's jersey cotton, so it still breathes and kind of feels good. But then yeah, I could throw on a pair of heels and a cute bag, and it's totally good for a wedding, good for date night, whatever. Yeah, so this can totally be dressed up or down depending on how you style it.
Mhm. Oh,
And I'm
that's so
still just
cute.
totally vibing on the sheer the sheer stuff. I think I'm a huge fan. It's been
Mhm.
around for like a little while, but I still love it. So,
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Well, I just recently
oh
finished
yeah,
this. Yeah, last weekend. This is actually the pattern of the week. Is it this week?
I
Yeah,
love
it was
this
this week.
pattern,
I know.
and
So it
yours is
was
gorgeous.
Thank you. I made a couple versions. And this one is sort of like a floral chiffon. It's like semi sheer, so it's great. I could wear it in the day or to the pool. We've been going to our friend's pool a lot this summer, and it's been super fun. And I love caftans for the
Me
summer. It's
too.
just like easy breezy garments. It's I just throw it on in the morning. I wear it all day. It's super
One and
great. And
done. One and
yes.
done.
And I'm
And
finding
caftans
I'm
are great for dressing up or down too.
yeah, for sure. And the floral print is great because I don't have to wash it as often with a 1-year-old running around and
Yes.
food throwing. I it's not noticeable because oh my gosh, the other day I wore like a white linen top and it lasted
Oh
me maybe
no.
10 minutes. I had to change. Um
I don't think I've ever since having kids do I
no.
own like white garments.
Yeah, so I've been living in this. I've already made, like, another one since this one, and it's
Yeah.
like a blue double gauze, and I played around with width a bit.
Oh.
So you see the silhouette of this one is a bit wider. I did widen the panel that it suggests in the
Yeah.
instructions, but I
Which
did
adds
make
so
one.
much drama. It's so like
Mhm.
flowy and beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had the yardage, so I just went for it, and I did make the other one in that sort of slimmer silhouette as the, instructions and the image calls for, but I'm just loving this summer. And
Well, I have one on my
another
list. I love it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Another, like, unexpected summer favorite is the Remel tank, and I just kind of last minute decided to try one out and stitch one up. It was the Makers Club pattern a couple weeks ago, and I was writing an article on adding a combined facing, and I was like, "Oh,
So cute.
maybe I'm just gonna whip this up." And this was just like some leftover fabric, but I like to tell you, I've worn this like so many times. I've worn it so many times. It
And
was
it's
just
so cute. That graphic fabric you have is just so cute.
Mhm. And you'll see in the article too, like I literally had so little fabric left that I had to like shift facing pieces around, but I was like determined to make it
Smart.
work. And it
Yeah.
was so satisfying in the end when you literally only have like just a tiny bit of scrap left. I was using a scrap from another make. I made the
Yes.
Chris Woods envelope dress out of
Oh
this fabric.
yeah.
Another
I love
another
that. I love that one
huge
too.
favorite pattern of mine. That was like my summer last summer. I made like 3 of those last summer.
Yes.
But this has been I've worn it all the time and it's super
Yeah, it
great.
looks cute. I like how you styled it too. It looks like easy breezy, out on town. Look cute.
Yeah, and I love adding the combined facing to to the tank, especially when the edges like they can roll out a bit and you don't even notice at all, and they're really nice
It
and
gives it a bit
secure.
more structure or something. Yeah.
Totally, totally.
Yeah. Really good idea. So smart.
So I've been wearing that a lot lately.
Yeah, I bet. Maybe I have to
Mhm.
add that to my list too.
I know. Well, that's I remember from filming these before my maternity leave that I would come out of these with just a huge list of like
I
what I
need to
need
make
to
every
make more
single
of.
thing. Yes.
I know, I know.
Yep.
Um,
My
but
list keeps
we'll
growing.
I know, right? So go back to you, Sadie, and what is on
Oh,
your
this is
sewing
my
list?
wish list. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I know because we talk a lot that you
Yeah,
made this top.
yeah.
And ever since I saw yours, it's been in my to-do pile and I have the pattern. I have it cut out. I haven't so it's on my table. I haven't started it yet. I'm going to make that I'm going to combine these two views. I'm going to make the long sleeve version because I think I'll get more use out of it for the rest of the
Mhm,
year. Of course, I'm making it in black. I think I'm going to do like a black linen. But
mhm,
I fell in love with that feature where the ruching has the tie that goes around the neck. And when I first saw this pattern, I just freaked out. I thought that was the cutest thing. And I don't think that I'm like at a stage where I want to be showing my midriff. So I'm thinking instead of, and I don't wear a lot of skirts. So I'm thinking of pairing that top with maybe like a self drafted pair of black linen pants that are high
mhm.
waisted to go
Yeah.
with it. So I could still get that kind of illusion of the short crop, but not show skin there. That's my plan and my goal. Um, but yeah, I'm in love with the top of this set. So that's on my work table right now.
Mhm. I've made 2 actually. I made the short
Have you
sleeve
made
version.
two?
I did, and I made a floral long sleeve version as
No.
well
Okay,
for
you have
my
to
trip.
share. You'll have to share
Yeah,
that with me. That I just love it. I love
yeah.
it.
It's it's one of those patterns too where, I was on Instagram and I saw it and I immediately went and
It's like,
purchased it because it was that neck
yes,
strap, that extra detail was so cute and
just so.
Mhm,
I mean, it's like such a sweet detail, and it's not. It adds a lot, but it's still kind of like understated, and I don't
mhm,
know. It's elegant, but like dramatic. I don't know. I just love it. I just love it.
mhm. And here's it's a new to you and now to me sewing
Oh
pattern
my gosh,
company.
I am obsessed. So this popped up in my feed the other day. It's called Robert's Wood. They are definitely, I haven't dove too deeply into like researching who they are, but they designed these patterns that are specifically made for using this patchwork process. So it is designed for using small pieces of fabric. So that dress, like the sundress, you could see there that they have it backlit in their photos so that you can see the seams. So it's not a
Wow.
simple sew. Like I think like it's like a commitment, you know, bucket list kind of project, but they also they have something similar to that dress. They have a pair of pants that are patchworked pants, and I have bins and boxes of lace and vintage tablecloths and just all of these textiles that I inherited from my grandmother that I can't get rid of, but I'm always just kind of like looking for the perfect project to create something that I can, like an heirloom kind of piece that I can just hold on to forever and
Yeah.
pass on to my girls. And so this is totally bookmarked in my, on my computer. And I'm going to be referring back to this and dreaming about something like this for the future. And you'll have to like check them out and look at all the patterns because I was kind of blown away. They're something else.
Yeah, I am
I
looking
don't
at it
think they're
right
for a
now.
beginner, but
No, it's very couture, like,
yeah, it's
it's
very couture. Yeah.
absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, I'm
this would be
obsessed.
really cool even for, like, bridal looks, real too.
It would be
Yeah,
stunning
it would be
for a
so nice.
bridal. Yeah.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
love finding out about new sewing pattern companies. It's like
I
it's
always get so excited.
no, it's amazing. The
Yeah.
more the merrier, I say.
The more the merrier there, and there's so many people doing some great things, you know?
Speaking of what popped up on the feed, this popped up on my feed, the
Oh,
tie dress by Sewing Therapy,
I haven't
and
seen this.
I love this dress. I should now that I think of it, I should include more images, but you can tie it different ways. So there's an image where you
Yes.
take both the side and then tie them to one, and it creates the asymmetrical pleat. And or you could
Oh,
just tie it in the back, and you get no sort of fullness at the front. So it's a multi-tie dress, and I love like the multi-function aspect of it. I love patterns like that, and there's lots of panels in it too. So I'm thinking like sew each panel in sort of a different colored linen. Like all my linen scraps
yes.
would be really cute to really
So
exaggerate those
cute.
panel seams. I love this dress.
I
Mhm.
love it too. Okay, going on my list. That is
Yeah.
beautiful. How
Uh-huh.
fun.
Yeah, it's already printed out. I just
Yeah,
need
good for you.
to honestly, I'm a hoarder of printed out patterns.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like I've already kind of started the process, but I have a stack of
Yes.
ones that are just
I think I
printed,
got that
ready to
from
be
you. I
trialed.
tried that this last time. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna print it and at least have it on my table so that it's like
Yeah,
there.
it's
And as soon
there.
as the mood strikes, I can like get started on something.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny. I organize all my digital sewing patterns in Trello. I think I created a video on our YouTube channel how I organize it, but I have a label
Oh,
that says printed. So I know if I've already
yes.
printed it so I can avoid printing it again because I did that
Again.
once and yeah, that was
So that's good. That's really smart. You do that in Trello because I just keep like a running, like in my notes app, I have like a running
Oh.
list of like purchased, downloaded, and then
Oh, yeah.
printed because I'm also lazy and I like to send mine out to like a large format printer.
Okay.
And so then I roll them and I have them like
Mhm.
rolled up and labeled. But
Oh, right.
I'm not so organized that I have it in a Trello. That's pretty good. I should probably switch it to that. But
Yeah, because I organize them by, like, pants, dresses, and so and then I
yeah,
have the
that's smart.
images. I have the because sometimes, I have so many that I need, like, a visual, cue, so if I need to make, like if I know I wanna make a dress, I can just scroll through and see all of
Yeah.
my purchased,
Yeah, that's
pattern
smart.
PDFs.
I might have to
Mhm,
switch to that plan
mhm.
because my list keeps getting longer now.
I well, that's the thing. And another pair of pants that on my list, and this is a pattern. I also have it printed,
Yes.
and I immediately bought it
Yes.
when I saw it in my feed. I love the Archer pants by Matchy Matchy Sewing Club. I love this sewing pattern,
Are they kind of like that?
brand.
What I've been seeing a lot of is just very
Like
on
a
trend right now,
bear
which is the barrel.
barrel, yes. So
That's
they're darted
cute.
at the hem, and there's also knee darts as well. And
Oh,
they're really paneled, and I just love the silhouette. It's very on trend right
it's
now.
very on
Um,
trend. Yeah.
I know. Here I am. I was outside earlier, and I had a glance at myself in the reflection. I was like, I'm wearing like skinny jeans and like a tucked in. I was like, oh, I need to get with the kids or like this style.
I like these. What do you plan to make them out of? Are you gonna do like a denim or are you gonna do,
I haven't figured it out yet. I have some Tencel, fabric
ooh,
that are printed, and I might do that, but I do wanna make a linen pair. I don't have any
yeah,
denim on hand, but I will love an excuse to go to the fabric store, but
absolutely.
but I think I'm gonna make them in a linen, so I
Yeah.
can kind of wear them in the summer, early fall, but I love these.
Yeah, those are really cute. And I like how they have it paired with kind of like a boxier, it's a
Mhm,
nice proportion with like the boxy top and then the
mhm.
barrel. It's cute.
Yeah, I think I
Yeah,
even
those are
have
going to
that
be
top.
super usable.
Yeah, I have that top sewing pattern too.
Oh,
A lot
perfect.
of sewing to catch up on this this year.
Same.
Oh, I know. And speaking of, I mean, we just talked about Halloween decorations already in the stores, and it is sort of back to school, and
Back to
August, there's something about
school.
August. It just kind of gets you. It's still summer,
Yeah.
but you're still thinking
You're
about.
starting to think. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
still crazy hot, but you're like, yeah, those like fall cozy vibes are starting to creep into my brain a little bit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I'm excited about something I have coming up. I'm going to be working on our Revelstoke sweatshirt, which will be a pattern coming up soon for the Makers Club, and we'll be featuring it in a newsletter soon. And I don't know, I'm cooking up some ideas of using one of our folly embroidery designs and then hacking the sleeves a little bit on the Revelstoke. So stay tuned. I have some good ideas coming for this one. And I
Oh,
think it's
yes.
going to make like such a cozy sweatshirt for chilly weather.
Mhm. Oh, yeah, well, we were talking about pumpkin spice, like, in a meeting yesterday,
Yeah.
and I was saying I bought, like, pumpkin butter at, like, a farmer's market, and I had it
Oh,
this morning, and it was like that
yes.
as soon as that pumpkin spice hit my lips, I was like, this em
Yes.
this embroidery collection, I that we it was in the works right before mat leave, and so I've never stitched out one yet, but I want to, and
Yes.
I I'd always wanted to make the Black Forest bodysuit, so that's gonna be one of my first summer makes because I love turtlenecks,
Me too.
and yeah, I might hack it. I mean, this pattern is a bodysuit one, which is super cool, and I love that, but I might hack it just to be a plain, bodysuit. I mean, not a bodysuit, a plain turtleneck as well, which is
Turtleneck,
easy to
that's,
do.
yeah.
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 Mhm. But I
I
love
mean,
the
that
raglan
pattern is
sleeve.
great. It's really hackable because I
Oh,
think we've
yeah.
even featured it before, like with
Oh.
short sleeve, like
Oh, yeah.
sleeveless.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's a great one. It's a really good pattern to have in your arsenal because it's
Yeah.
one of those like garments that you can layer. It just, yeah, they're
Mhm.
so great.
And the raglan sleeves, I have a project in mind where I have some stretch mesh, so doing, like, mesh sleeves and then, like, a
Yes.
solid body, could be
Yeah,
super
because
cute.
that's sheer,
I
sheer,
know,
you know,
that
I love
sheer.
sheer.
Mhm. Um, yeah, so there's lots going on,
So much to
and
sew.
I know there's just so much to sew, and we're having so much fun planning all the pattern releases and the content for the Makers Club. We're really working hard, making it like this really nice community that we're all making together. We're all inspiring each other. We're all connecting, and the experience sort of builds on the newsletter. And make sure to join us on our Instagram.
That's what I was just going to say. You know,
Yeah.
we're really hoping that people will start tagging if they make one of our patterns so that we can be inspired by everyone else's makes as well.
Mhm.
So share them on
Mhm.
Instagram.
And we did an Instagram rebrand recently as
That's
well.
right.
Mhm. So we rebranded to at So Daily Makers on Instagram, formerly at So News. So if you did follow us, you'll see the new rebrand and the announcement, and making it all cohesive with our logo and our color palette, and because we just want it to be a nice continuation of our website, and we're having so much fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Well, it's so good catching up with you,
So
Sadie,
great
and
to talk to you, Meg.
I know, and we will, come back together in September to do a September So Daily, news, because it's great, and we can see what we made, what we're making, and we'll have our pumpkin spice lattes
That's
in
what I was going to say.
hand.
We'll be really into the pumpkin spice by then.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments what you've been making, what's on your list, and be sure to follow us all places we're sewing: Facebook, Instagram, join our newsletter. And we would love if you would join the Sew Daily Makers Club as well.
Yay, happy sewing.
Happy sewing. Bye.